Welcome back to Relatable Reactions. It's Josh, and you've joined me for another episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Previous episode, we kind of got everything coming to a head. All the sort of backstory stuff seems to be over for the most part. I'm sure maybe we'll get a little bit here and there, but everything seems to have kind of caught up to present day in the show, with Boba talking to the other families, trying to come to an agreement about taking on the Pikes, which they kind of just sort of come to an understanding of they won't get involved. But for some reason, I don't think that's necessarily going to be true. I'm sure one of them will break this kind of truth or pact that they have. We also obviously got to see him meeting Fennec and how they got together and how they became a duo, capturing Boba's ship, taking out Bib Fortuna, just kind of tying up all of that backstory stuff. And yeah, on to the next episode with Fennec saying how she can get in muscle, and obviously something I didn't know at the time, but the Mandalorian tune played, so a lot of people were suggesting that Mandalorian will be making an appearance. I have absolutely no idea if that's the case or not, but yeah, looking forward to getting into this episode. So without further ado, it's time. The Book of Boba Fett. Let's go. I take it that is the Mandalorian, I'm presuming. Where are we though? Is this a flashback or is this...
You look lost. I'm here for Caba Baez. I'm here to bring him in.
Well, if I see him, I'll let him know.
I see him right now. I'm gonna give the rest of you the opportunity to walk out that door. I have no quarrel with you.
Let's discuss our options.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
It's a nice sword. Mando armor. They should all just leg it. Yeah, he only needed the head.
Your boss is dead. You all can help yourselves to whatever you think you deserve from your former employer.
They'd all be fighting over that, won't they? I really need to watch The Mandalorian. He seems like such a badass. Who would have known? I've been missing out on the Star Wars universe. That's cool. Reminds me of like Halo. Yeah, don't stare at the guy who's got a head in his hand. Avoid eye contact.
I'd like my reward and the information you promised.
Always an alley.
I'd put that on ice if I were you.
Might start smelling. Nasty. Is that someone I should know?
Tend to him.
I didn't know if I would ever see you again.
Thank you for saving me on Navarre. I am sorry for your sacrifice.
There are 3 of us now.
What weapon caused such a wound?
This.
Tas Vizsla. Bring it to me. Then you have completed your quest.
I have.
Then you may join our covert as we rebuild.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. But for how long is this the way?
Where did you come upon the Beskar spear?
That is a really posh place to keep your tools.
It can block a lightsaber.
It can also pierce Beskar armor. Its mere existence puts Mandalorians at risk. Mandalorian steel is meant for armor, not weapons. The Darksaber is a more noble weapon for you to wield.
Have you ever heard of Bo-Katan Kryze?
Bo-Katan is a cautionary tale. They lost their way, and we lost our world. Had our sect not been cloistered on the moon of Concordia, we would have not survived the Great Purge. Those born of Mandalore strayed away from the path. Eventually, the Imperial interlopers destroyed all that we knew and loved.
That's so cool. Not necessarily the death and destruction, but you know what I mean.
What shall I forge?
Something for a foundling.
This is the way. He's no longer in your care. He's with his own kind now.
I want to see him. Make sure he's safe.
What shall I forge for the foundling Grogu?
What are you doing with the rest of it? Because that whole spear can't have made just that, surely. God, it looks hefty to wield that. Whoa. Oh, right, yeah, okay, I forgot they had that.
Heavier with each move.
That is because you are fighting against the blade.
Maybe the Darksaber belongs in someone else's hands.
You'd have to win it, though.
Forged by my ancestor, founder of House Vizsla.
And now it belongs to me.
Because you won it in combat, and now I will win it from you.
Nice little duel. He ain't even got a weapon now, has he?
Fate has brought this blade back to my clan.
He's not gonna lose it so easily, though, is he?
It is done. Paz Vizsla, have you ever removed your helmet?
No.
Din Djarin, have you ever removed your helmet?
I have.
Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
How can I atone?
Leave, apostate.
According to Creed, one may only be redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore.
But the mines have all been destroyed.
This is the way.
This is the way. Oh, he's got a new mission. How's he end up on Tatooine, then?
You're going to have to remove your weapons.
I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are part of my religion.
I'm sorry, sir. You can't board a commercial flight with your weapons.
Is that box going to have enough room?
I know everything that's in there.
Aha.
Thank you for traveling.
Something going to be missing.
Travel.
Oh, no. Doesn't look like it.
No, I'll take care of it.
That rat catch from the previous episode would have got it.
Okay, it's not here. Maybe it ran. What an entrance! Oh boy. Hey, look everyone, it's Mando!
But you found me a replacement for the Razor Crest.
Right this way. I'll wait till you get your eyes on this baby.
Where's the Razor Crest?
I know she doesn't look like much, but you got here a lot earlier than I expected, and I didn't get a chance to finish. You gotta see the potential. Woo! This is a classic.
Will be a classic. Will be.
You know, it'd be a lot faster if he helped.
Did he realise he was going to have to outbuild it when he paid for this?
Where does this panel go? Thanks, little guy.
That's very helpful. Oh, it's starting to come together though. Slick. Is Mandalore on Tatooine? Or is he just here to pick this up and obviously will end up staying to help Boba somehow?
Start her up.
Really?
Yeah, start her up.
It'll be fine.
Engaging forward drives. She handles a little bumpy.
You're used to a gunship, but she's a starfighter, so fly her like one.
Does look fast.
Let's see what she's got.
At the same family. That doesn't sound good.
Was I doing something wrong, officer?
You're not allowed to fly that fast next to a commercial ship.
You're also operating without a beacon. Relinquish your flight controls for remote control access.
Hold on a second there, Lieutenant. I think we can let him off with a warning this time. One thing before you go.
Yes?
Your voice is mighty familiar. Did you used to fly a Razor Crest?
I think you have the wrong guy, officer.
That ship showed up on a transponder log back in Navarro in an incident involving Imperial remnant. I'm just connecting some dots here. You mind answering a few questions?
Eat off.
Are we reporting this?
He long gone.
You want to go back to base and fill out reports all day?
No, sir.
Such a cool episode.
An old friend of yours dropped by, said she was looking for you.
A friend of mine?
Panic.
I locked her out and engaged the hangar security system.
Fennec Shan,
There we go.
by any chance, are you looking for work?
What's the bounty?
No bounty. We need muscle.
Boba Fett.
He sure would appreciate it.
Tell him it's on the house. But first, I gotta pay a visit to a little friend.
Well, I knew it was going to end there. Knew it. What a great episode. And there we have it. The end of episode 5, The Book of Boba Fett. And obviously this episode was a little bit more confusing for me to get to grips with, because obviously it was basically an episode of The Mandalorian, if we're truthful. I mean, no Boba in it at all. And it's a bit confusing to say that this was my favourite episode, and it was an episode that probably wasn't really anything to do with the Book of Boba Fett, apart from bringing us up to speed on how he got there and how he's going to help Boba Fett. And it definitely makes me realise that I really need to watch the rest of Star Wars, especially The Mandalorian, because, you know, he does look like such a good character to follow. And I think that's part of the detriment that it's caused Boba Fett, is the fact that he doesn't look... In the episodes we've had, we haven't seen the Boba Fett that everyone has talked about this badass bounty hunter. We haven't seen him do that much, which is a bit of a shame. I hope they're building up to it, and like towards the end you'll really see why everyone talks up Boba Fett as being one of the best bounty hunters in the world. I hope they don't do him a disservice, because obviously it's going to be quite hard to compete. But yeah, just really enjoyed everything about that episode. And obviously it's brought brought them all together now. Obviously, Din seems to have something he needs to do, whether that's going down to these caves that they were on about. Is that place on Tatooine? Or will he just go off and do that? Maybe Boba will help him with that. Maybe Fennec will help him with that. I don't know. I suppose we'll find out. But yeah, definitely my favourite episode so far. And there was zero Boba Fett. So, strange. I will look forward to the next episode. And I will catch you next time. Laters.